So good morning my dear students. So last class we are discussed the selection process we are discussed. So in today classes we are going to be discussed the another one process of our staffing, that is training and development. It is very important from a viewpoint of your examination, that is for 8 marks. Yes. So now we are going to discuss about the meaning and definition related to training and development first, that is training and development. Training is a process of teaching the new or present employees the basic skills they need to effectively perform their jobs. Yes. So the training is which is helps to increase the skills and knowledges of employees to carry out the works more effectively. So here by the training will be going to be provided by the expert persons or the managers or the well-resourced person, so or well-experienced professional as persons. So those persons are going to be provide the training facilities to employees. So for what purpose they used to conduct means for the purpose of to increase their or to enlarge their skills and knowledges, the required skills and knowledges of employees which is required to carry out the jobs or the works in an organization with more effectively. Means here normal ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ನಾಲೆಜಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅವರು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಈ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ನೆಸ್ ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ the training is going to be provided for the purpose of to increase the skills and knowledges of the existing employees. It is the act of increasing the knowledge and skills of an employee for doing his or her jobs, yes, which is going to be act as an increasing or incremental or enlarging the knowledge and skills of the employees to carry out the particular jobs or the works in the organization. Yes. So according to Marshall S. Jusius, he says in that one, that is our training is any process by which the attitudes, skills and abilities of our employees to perform specific jobs are improved. So we are saying that one because the training it may be anything. So anything means that is any process. So what are that one? Either it may be enlarging or increasing the attitudes of our employees, skills of our employees and abilities of our employees to perform the specific job or improved. So ಅವ್ರು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾಲೆಜಸ್ along with attitudes and ability. It helps to increase the ability of the employees, attitude of the employees and the skills and knowledges of the employees. So thus training is the organized procedure by which the knowledge, ability, competence, skill, personality and productivity are increases. Yes. So then what is the main benefit of a training means here it is one of the organization procedure. So here the training is going to be provided by the organization for the purpose of enlarge the skills and knowledges of the employees. So here along with that one which is by the knowledge ability, that is to enlarge or to increase the training is going to for the purpose of along with the procedures of knowledges, ability, competence, that is increasing the competitiveness among the employees and along with skills and personality. And when we are going to be increase the skills and knowledges, obviously the productivity is going to be increases. So then what is development? So here the training is simple, that is which is the process which helps to increase the skills and knowledges of the employees to perform the works is more effectively. Along with increasing his ability, attitudeness, and along with the skills and knowledges are going to be increased for existing employees in the organization. It's a trend. Then what is development? The development means here it refers to the training opportunities designed to help employees enhance their personality. It helps individual to progress towards the maturity, not only to become good employees but also good human being. Here, our training can be considered, or individual perceptions are going to be considered. But in a development, along with the development means when we going to be provide the training facilities, so obviously we can see the development in the work development in the employees. So when the works are developed or when the works are done in a more effective manner, obviously we can see the development in an entire whole organization. So the development means it is going to be considered the whole organization. That is, it refers to the learning opportunity designed to help the employees to enhance their personality, along with the required knowledges to carry out the jobs. Even it helps to the development, it helps to increase the personalities of the employees in the organization. Andre very constant, there is no, we cannot see the more concentration on only on the job purpose ke job ige ಏನು ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಡೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ even it helps to increase the personality, that is their talent or innovation or their creativity, their thinking ability, so there are new ideas. So those it can be the personality, the perceptions, their abilities are maybe increased. So that is called as a development. It helps individual to progress towards the maturity. Yes, so it helps to an individual person when the personality grows. Obviously the individual persons are going to be a mature person, means they are learning about the new perceptions in the by training or by the developments. So not only become good employees but also a good human being. Yes, it's very important. So every person cannot be a human being, human being, is it? So and along with that one, even while working, I should be a good employee to organization, and along with that, because I am staying in the society, so I should become a very good human being first. So how means that is developing my personality. So how? Honest, the disciplinedness, the helping nature, is it? So these are the some human being qualities, that is human being qualities has to be adopted in an employee. So we can be find it in the employee. So that helps to make a more development process. So this is what the development means. It is going to be considered all wholly agi andre full ellarunu consider madutte, but training alli we can be considered the individual persons. So this is the meaning and definition of the training and development. The next one is, that is differences between training and development. Yes, the first one, on the basis of meaning, it is process of increasing knowledge and skills of an employee. Yes, obviously the training which helps to increase the skills and knowledges of the employees. But the development means it's a process of learning and growth. Yes, so in the development we can see the process of the learning the new skills, and along with the growthness can be identified in the development. The next one, on the basis of orientation, it is job oriented process. Yes, the training is completely depends on the job, that is which job we are chosen. On the basis of that thing, the training is going to be conducted. But the development means this is career oriented process, means the next future, the maturity, the personality, the next career ge it is going to be, it is completely oriented towards the career of the employees. The next one, on the basis of duration, it is a short term process for a fixed duration. Yes, obviously it is cannot, the training cannot be carried out life long in an organization. It will be fixed for a certain period. The training period will be 3 months, 2 months or 1 month, or it may be a small hours can also be provided in the organization. That is, a fixed durations will be fixed in the training. But in the development, it's a long term process which takes place throughout the life of a. Yes, obviously, when we ask to be increase our personality means it cannot be fixations of a fixed period or the time. On that cases, it is a lifelong of a person until we work or until we do the works or carry out in an works. So obviously, we may involve in the that is lifelong, that is development in the career. That is by learning the new aspects and the growth. The next one, on the basis of effective or objective, the training is, it enables the employees to perform the job better. So here a training which is going to be make simplification simple to carry out the works is by clearly stating about what the work they has to be carried out. Yes, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the training, that is expertise, the teacher is used to be clear all the doubts of employees, that is making more comfortable to work in an organization, that is by clarifying his doubts or mistakes are going to be clarified. That is, so in that cases here it makes the employees to perform it very well. The main objective of a training is to that is a employee should be perform the job in better manner. The next one, on the basis of development, that is in the viewpoint of a development, it ensures the overall growth of the employees. Yes, here individually they are concentrating on the employees in the training, but in a development it is to be concentrated on the overall growthness of the employees, completely what their growthness can be identified in the development. On the basis of that thing, the development has been implemented. The next one, on the basis of focus, it focuses on technical skills. That is completely the training is focused on technical skills. That is in order to carry out the works in an organization, obviously the some technical skills are needed. So those technical skills are going to be taught or going to be learned in the training process. So that will going to be, it mainly focused on the technical skills which are needed to carry out the particular job. Only those things are going to be training will be provided in the training. But in the development, if it focus on conceptual and human ideas. Yes, so here the ideas, that is our development is completely focused on the human ideas, that is our more creativity, innovations ke place na kodutte yaudu, that is our development. Next one, on the basis of level of trainers, it is meant for supervisors and laborers. Andre training is going to be provided for the ಯಾವ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ for a supervisors or a laborers ಗೆ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. But the development it meant for managerial levels. Andre the development can be seen, that development is going to be focused on for it going to be provided for a managerial level, that is a departmental managers can be seen in the development. The next one, on the basis of scope, it has a narrow scope, that is a training is as a narrow scope, means the only in the one way the scope can be identified in the training. But in the development it has a wider scope. Andre it is going to be concentrated on the personality development, that is or the learning and growth of the employee. So that's why it's a wider concept, wider scope it has, that is development. But the training is only provided for the narrow scope. Because why means here why it is called at a narrow scope means because it is going to the training is going to be provided for the purpose of a job oriented. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಬ್ ಯಾವ ಜಾಬ್ ನ ಅವರು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಆ ಜಾಬ್ ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ whole thing ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ವೈಡರ್ ಬಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ narrow scope ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. These are the differences between training and development. So again I am explaining training and development differences. That is on the basis of meaning. It is a process of increasing the knowledge and skills of an employees. Here it helps to increase the knowledge and skills of the employees in the organization. But development, it is a process of learning and growth. That is, they used to give the preferences for main learning and growthness of the employees. Next one, on the basis of orientation, it is completely job oriented process. The training is depends on the job. That is, which job they have been chosen. For example, so I had a labor, so I am a labor in a XYZ company, so I had recruited for a production department. So production department ಗೆ ನಾನು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ then I should be under the production department training ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ತರ ಸೊ ನನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವರ್ತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್? Is it? So it is that cases it is depends on the that is oriented on the job. ಅಂದ್ರೆ which job ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಜಾಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ what are the skills are needed or what are the knowledges they are needed. So those things can be provided by the training process. The next one, development, it is career oriented process. Yes. So what is next? So if I now am a labor, so then I should be a leader in the group. So for to be a leader, so what are the career plans has to be made? So how the performances has to be carried out, in which level has to be grown. So those things can be identified in the career oriented process. Means here a development helps to an employees to found their a career oriented process, or it going to be provided the career oriented process to a employees to develop their learning and growthness of the employees. The next one, on the basis of duration, it is a shorter period. The training will be provided for a shorter period, that is minimum within 6 months they used to provide the that is the time period will be fixed in the training process. But in a development, it is a lifelong of a employees. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ until I quit my jobs, so until the development process are going to be carried out. The next one, on the basis of effective or objective, the main objective of a training is to perform the job better. Means ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಜಾಬ್ ನ ಬೆಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ಮೇನ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದು ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ here only on the job, but here overall growth of the including the job, the overall growth of the employees are going to be taken main objective of a development. The next one, on the basis of focus, it focus on technical skills. So here all the works cannot be carried out in technical manner. So those technical manners are going to be teached in the training process. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಿಸಬಹುದು, but some technical skills has to be needed to carry out the particular jobs. So those technical skills are going to be provided in the training process. The next one, the development, it is focused on the conceptual and human ideas mere dependence ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. The next one, on the basis of trainer, this training is going to be provided for a supervisors and a laborers. So for the purpose of supervisor, the low level of concentration means this training will be provided for a low level management, that is supervisors and laborers are going to be involved in the training process. In the same way, in the development, the levels of management, that is a middle level management is going to be seen, that is all people managers are going to be comes under the managerial levels. Next one, on the basis of scope, it is a narrow scope because it is mainly the training is provided on the basis of job oriented. So in that case it's a narrow scope, but the development is a wider scope because it's a career oriented process until the career existence, means until the life of a person, the career goes on. In the same way, the development, that is the wider scope, is going to be taken places. Yes, these are the differences between training and development. The next thing is, that is benefits of training and development. Yes. So how it is benefits to either it may be organization or for the employees. In the same way, the benefits or the advantages has been divided into two types, that is benefits to our organization and benefits to our employees. It is very important from the viewpoint of your examination. So here the first, on the basis of, that is benefits to our organization. If the training is provided, what are the benefits to our organization? Obviously the works are going to be carried out more effectively and the mistakes are going to be reduced, is it? So because they used to clarify the doubts in the training process, the mistakes is minimized in the minimizes can be seen in our work process, is it? And along with that, it is within a fixed period the works can be completed because they are trained persons. So and it helps to gain the more special knowledge related to a jobs. So these are the benefits. The first one, training is a systematic learning, always better than it and trail method, which leads to wastage of efforts and money. Yes. So here a training is a systematic learning process. It will be always better. Means here to teach the skills, required skills and knowledges to our employees, it is very important. The next one, and along with that one, which is going to be leads to make a wastages and efforts and money. Yes. So the next one, it enhances the employees' productivity both in terms of quantity and quality and leading to higher profits. Yes. Obviously when we provide the training facility, so here it going to be increase the employees productivity andre employees do personal productivity andre or job ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರೋ productivity outputs ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ enlarge ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. And along with that one, so it also helps in both in quality, maintaining the quality and quantity. So and along with higher profit can be gained by the organization. The next one, training equips the future managers who can take over in case of emergencies. Yes. So here a trainee equips andre training the provide madadrinda, if it is emergency cases, if it is missed in the managers, so those persons can be taken places for the manager posts can be taken places and the works can also be carried out. The next one, on the basis of training increases employees morale, reduces absenteeisms and employees turnover. So here when we provide the training facilities, obviously it helps to reduce the absenteeisms in the employees and along with employees turnover also can be reduced. The next one, it helps in obtaining the effect response to fast changing environment. Yes. So here it helps to update to or to following the changing environment or for updating the new environment. It helps to an employees to update to an environment. That is, so these are the benefits which are going to be provided to benefits to an organization if they provide the training to our employees. In the same way, some benefits is for employees. If the training is provided, what are the benefits for employees? The first one, improved skills and knowledges due to training leads to better career of the individuals. Yes, obviously the organization is going to be kept in the mind of a job oriented process for the purpose of providing a training. But it helps to individually, it helps to an employees to increase their skills and knowledges and increase the performances by individual, helping earn more. Yes. So along with that one, the performances is going to be increased, so he can earn more in the specified period. Training makes the employees more efficient to handle machines, thus less prone to accident. Yes, obviously, especially in the physical ಅಥವಾ machines works ಗಳಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, in that places we need a training. The training plays a very important role, because they used to be learn to how to handle the machines. If it is mismatched, or if it is be careless in while handling the machines, so it may be happen anything, the accident may be happen. So in that cases, when we provide the training very well to our employees, so obviously it helps to employees to carry out the such equipments or tools or machines in a very careful manner, and they will be well known how it should be handled. So that things are going to be clearly defined to our employees by the training. And along with that one, training increases the satisfaction and morale of the employees. Yes, obviously the training, it increases the satisfaction level of the employees and moralness of employees. So these are the some benefits of the employees which helps to employees and organization. So again I am taking the benefits of training and development. So here benefits is to an organization, it is systematic learning process can be identified when we provide the training facility. And next one, second one, while providing training, it helps to the productivity will be more, along with maintaining the quality and quantity. So obviously when we maintain the quality and quantity, so it helps to earn more profits in the organization. The third one, the future, that is if it is if the in an emergency situations, even the trainee can also be take a major decision when we provide the training facilities. The next one, training increases moral, that is absenteeisms, and along with the employees turnover can also be reduces in the when we provide the training facilities. And along with that one, it helps to our employees to make updating towards a changing environment when we are going to be provide the training phase. So these five are helps to our benefits from organization from the training facility. The next one, benefits to an employee. The first thing, it going to be it helps to our employees to learn individually the new skills and knowledges. So the second one is it helps to increase the performances level of the individual. The third one, it helps to know about the particular knowledge needed to handle the machines, equipments or tools is in an organization. And along with that one, it helps to increase the satisfaction level of the employee. So these are the benefits of training and developments is when we provide to a organization, and along with the viewpoint of your organization and from the viewpoint of your employees. Even in the same way, we can find some disadvantages also for the training process, is it? So here the training means it includes more costs are going to be incurred, because we used to adopt a new trainee person, a trainer, and along with that one, it includes it going to be carried out the more time period are going to be involved, is it? So in that cases, some disadvantages means the cost may be incurred, the more cost may be incurred to engage in a training process, and along with that is a loss of time. It is going to be involved or incurred more time for to learn the new skills and knowledges. And so these are maybe some disadvantages from the training. So the next one we have, that is methods of training. So it is very important. So here in the methods of training, basically we have two types. They have been classified into two broad categories, that is on the job training and off the job training. So here yes, first one on the job training, second one off the job training. So this is a chart showing the on the job and off the job. The first one, that is apprenticeship training, coaching, apprenticeship training. Next one, coaching. Third one, internship training. Next, fourth one, job rotation. Next, fifth one, induction training. The next one, here in the on the basis of the job training, the first one, classroom lecturing or conference. Second one, films. Third one, case studies. Fourth one, computer modeling. Fifth one, vestibule training. And sixth one, program instruction. Yes. So here a training or methods of training. Under the methods of training, these are going to be broadly classified into two types, that is on the job training and off the job training. So here under the on the job training, we have five types, that is apprenticeship training, coaching, internship training, job rotation, induction training. Next, on the basis of the job training, the classroom lecturing or conference, films, case studies, computer modeling, vestibule training, program instruction. So these are methods which are going to be classified under the training. The first thing, that is on the job methods. Here it refers to those methods that applied on the workplace while the employees are in actual working place. Means here on the job training is going to be provided while carrying a job. Andre avaru actual agi work place alli iro ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲೇ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಆನ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಏನೋ ವರ್ಕ್ ಗೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ training. So on the job training andre eno, the training is going to be provided in the actual workplace only. So that is called as on the job training. So the concept underlying on the job method is learning while doing. Yes, the main concept of on the job training is that is learning while doing, means while carrying out the works. So the new skills and knowledges are going to be learned. So in that cases the main concept of on the job training is learn while doing. Some important on the job training methods are under. So here important on the job methods are going to be discussed. The first one, apprenticeship training. Yes, what is apprenticeship training? It put the trainee under the guidance of a master worker such as plumber, electrician, carpenter, etc. The trainee works doing with a master worker for a specialized period, for a specific period, specified period to acquire high levels of skills. Yes. So this apprenticeship training is going to be comes under the on-the-job training, and it is going to be provided for a best example, a plumber or an electrician or carpenter can be taken for example. So here apprenticeship training, in the apprenticeship training the trainees are going to be comes under the trainee will be under the guider. So the guider is going to be give the instructions or going to be teach the how the works has to be carried out. So here the trainee works doing with the master worker while carrying the work. So the apprenticeship, that is a trainee is going to be do the work along with the a master, that is or the a guider. So yeah, a guider and along with the trainee, both the persons are going to be carry out the works in a same period. So this is an apprenticeship training. So don't get confusion. Apprenticeship training is going to be provided by the guider or the trainee. So trainer is going to be is there. So the trainee is going to be do the work along with the trainees. Andre the best example, the plumber, carpenter, electricians. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇರೋರು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಲಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕಲಿತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವರೇ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ apprenticeship training. Yes, ಈ apprenticeship training ಅಲ್ಲಿ the trainees will be under the guidance of a master worker. So the guider will be a master worker. So the master worker is going to be do the work, actual work with the trainees. ಅಂದ್ರೆ trainees ಜೊತೆಗೇನೆ ಇಬ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಸೇರಿ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ it helps to solve the which helps to solve the doubts in the trainees. New trainees ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. This is apprenticeship training. The next one is coaching. Yes, you people already well known about the coaching. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? Yes, what is coaching then? In this method the superior guide and instructor the trainee as a coach. Yes, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ coach ಅಂತ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು superior guider ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ instructor. So those persons comes under called as a trainer ಅಥವಾ trainee. As a coacher ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. The coach counsels or suggests how to achieve goals, periodically reviews the trainees progress and suggests change required in behavior and performances. So here what the coacher is going to be does means the coacher is going to be provide the needed informations to a trainee, and along with that he is going to counsel the trainees then ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ counseling na ಮಾಡಿ. So he used to observe his working nature and his talent and along with the working skills which is needed by the particular trainee, and they used to provide the report to an organization. So in that cases it helps to make more changes in the personality and along with the knowledge which is going to be required to carry out the organizational works. The trainees work directly with the senior manager, and the manager takes full responsible for the trainees coaching. So here the coacher can be a manager. So the trainees and all the trainees are going to be works with the manager. So that means here all the responsibility will be in the hands of the manager to take care of all the trainees, and he is going to be responsible to clear all the doubts of trainees and make them more knowledgeable and skilled persons in to carry out the works. So here coaching means the coacher is nothing but the master guider or the instructor is called as a coacher. So what does a coacher is going to be do means here a coacher is going to be counsel the workers related to his doubts and is going to be study about the personality and his ability, and along with he will be in-depthly known about the skills and knowledges of a particular employees, and he is going to make take a report of a behavior of the employees, how the trainees will be in the training field. So how is more, whether he is more enthusiastic or whether he is a boring person or whether he is a more ability to learn extra skills. So those things are going to be identified by the coacher first, and it going to be make a report. After that one, the coacher is nothing but the manager, because he will be a more expert person in an organization to carry out the works. So all the trainees are going to be works along with the manager. So here the manager will be more responsible for all what the works are going to be carried out in the organization, and he will be more responsible to clear all the doubts of the trainees and make them more knowledgeable and skillful person. So this is a more responsible of a manager. So complete agi ee coaching alli baruvantaha ella trainees galdu responsible yaragirdare, the manager will be responsible. This is called as a coaching. The next one, internship training. Yes, you might have heard the word of internship. Is it in a medical alva? Medical ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, internship ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. Engineering ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, after completing their works we are under the internship. Then what is internship? Here it is a joint program of training in which education instructions and business firms cooperate in order to impart training to selected candidates. So here educational instructions and a business firm cooperate ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Along with educating, they are going to be involved with the training. The best example, ನೀವು ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಅಲ್ವಾ. The medical students are going to become ಯಾರೋ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ they are going to be along with the ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆನೇ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ how the doctor is treating the patients. So what are the medicines are going to be suggested. So here in the patients can be seen so many varieties of patients we can be seen. How the aged persons ಅಥವಾ children's ಗಳು, middle age persons ಗಳು, ladies ಗಳು ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಒಂದೇ ತರ ನೋಡ್ತಾರಾ? ನೋ. ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳದ ರೀತಿಲೇ ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ the new trainees and the internship ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they used to observe pin to pin, that is how the doctor is going to treat the patients and what are the medicines are going to be for which disease or diseases for which medicals are going to be suggested. ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, why that medicine has been provided. For example, so ಈಗ ಜ್ವರ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಬ್ರು 60 years ಇರೋರ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಜ್ವರ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ತರ ಒಂದು 45 years ಇರೋರ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಜ್ವರ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಪ್ರಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಾ? ನೋ. ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ their health conditions. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅವ್ರ BP ಇದೆಯಾ, ಶುಗರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಏಜ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ 45 years ಅಥವಾ 20 to 30 years ಎಬೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಗೆ ಬಂದಿದಾಗ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ಸ್ ನ ಪ್ರಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್, this is an observation of a particular trainees, that is internship. The next one, people can acquire practical knowledge by working in factories and firms and are all able to handle recurring programs effectively. Yes, here in the internship all the works can be carried out in the practical ಆಗಿ carry out in the practical knowledges ಗಳನ್ನ gain ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. And along in the factories ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ನಾಲೆಜಸ್ ನ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. And along with that one, all able to handle recurring program effectively. So ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ನಾಲೆಜಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವೋ it helps to carry out the works is more effectively. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. This is called as a internship training. The next one, job rotation. Then what is job rotation? The rotation means the turning. The job rotation, what is that means? Yeah, it involves shifting of employees from one job to another, or one department to another, or one shift to another. So here a job rotation means here is going to be we are going to make a shift the employees from one job to another, or one department to another department, or one shift to another shift. This is called as a job rotation. This helps the employees to learn various skills to do a varieties of jobs. So here when we make a rotation in the employees, so obviously it helps to employees to learn all the jobs, that is skills required to carry out all the jobs in the organization. So the various skills ಗಳನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು, the job rotation. And it also helps into interact with other employees, leading to better coordination between the departments and facilitating transfer and promotions of employees. Yes, obviously when we make a rotation from one department to another department, so it helps the employees to build good coordination, and along with to build a more relationship with the other department employees. So this helps to make more comfortable, so and it helps to make for the purpose of transfer and promotion ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು, job rotation. But the another disadvantages means a job rotation it's not suitable for all the employees. ಎಲ್ಲ employees ಗೂ ಕೂಡ job rotations ಏನಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, suitable ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Because ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಜಾಬ್ ನ ಕಲಿಯೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ I may move for another department. On that cases ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಲಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So it will be more burden to our employees to learn more particular job knowledge and skills. So the next one is induction training. So it is a types of training given to help our new employees in sitting down quickly into the job by becoming familiar with the people, the surrounding, the job and a business. So here in the induction training is going to be provided to that is they are going to be seated in a particular places and going to be carry out the works, and along with that one they are going to be made familiar with the all the employees in the organization, and along with the duration such time of training may be form of few hours or few days. Yes, induction training andre introduction ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಂಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಓರಿಯಂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಓರಿಯಂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. yes, so the induction means here introducing each other, so it may be take a place for a few minutes or a few hours or few days can be taken places for induction training. So here induction training means that is a introduction of each and every persons in an organization, and along with the sitting places, and he should be more familiar with the colleagues and the working condition, and along with working environment in the organization. So these are the types of on the job method. So here on the job method means the training is going to be provided when the works are in the working place. ಅಂದ್ರೆ actual ಆಗಿ working place ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ provide ಮಾಡೋ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು, on the job training. So here on the job training that classified we have 5 classification, that is the first one is apprenticeship training. Here in the apprenticeship training there will be a master guider. So this guider is going to be guide the trainees to carry out the works along with the a trainee. So these persons are going to be carry out the works. The main example for apprenticeship training, that is plumber, electrician and carpenters are the best example for apprenticeship training. So along with the master worker, so the trainees are going to be carry out the works, that is along with the practical and theoretical knowledge can be gained from the trainees. The next one in the coaching. The coacher is nothing but the master guider or the instructor. So either it may be a coacher, may be a manager. So here the coacher is first is going to be analyze or is going to be counsel the all the trainees in a particular group. So along with their behavior, the personality, their ability, the present skills and knowledges, everything are going to be counseled first, and they used to prepare the report. After that one, these all the trainees are comes under the responsible for the manager. The manager along with his in working nature is going to guide the trainees to by clarifying their doubts, and all the doubts are going to be clarified. Along with all the trainees are going to be responsible to that is a manager. The next one, internship training. Internship training means here we can be seen in our educational and along with practical and theoretical knowledge can be gained in the internship training. So here in educational instructions, so some educational instructions will be carried out in the internship training, and business firms corporate in order to import training to selected the candidate. So here some important organization also, that is in a corporate field, first they used to provide the internship to identify their ability and the skills knowledges are going to be checked. After that one ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ನಡೆಯುವಂತ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. So that is by on the internship training ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, so ಇದ್ರ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗು we can make a selection process. The next one, job rotation. Here the job rotation means here, so in the internship we can gain the practical knowledge ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಸಿಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ, so ನಾವು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕಲಿ in the next recurring environment ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬಹುದು. The next one, job rotation. So job rotation means that is shifting the employees from one department to another department, or one job to another job, or one shift to another shift. ಅಂದ್ರೆ day shift in the morning shift ಗೆ, morning shift in the day night shift ಗೆ, ಈ ತರ ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಅಥವಾ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನಾನು ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಇಂದ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ, ಈ ತರ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಜಾಬ್ ಇಂದ ಅನದರ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಗೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಅನದರ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ನ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಜಾಬ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಟು an employees to gain various skills of different departments in the various skills ಗಳನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಜಾಬ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್. The next one here, induction training. Training is nothing but that is introduction training ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. It may be take a duration of induction training will be a few hours or the few days. For what purpose this training is going to be provided means for the purpose of make the trainees to be make a more familiar to a working nature and familiar to his colleagues in the organization. For that purpose induction training is going to be provided. So these are the types which are comes under the on the job training method. The next one, that is off the job training method. Yes, it is a direct opposite to a on the job. Off the job means they will be away from the working nature. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಆನ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್. ಆಫ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಗಿಂತ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದು ಅವರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾಲೆಜಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್. ಆಫ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ are used away from the workplace. It means learn before doing. Yes, so here ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ learning while ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಬೈ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್, ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ? ಆಫ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So under this thing we have totally 5 types are there. The first one, classroom, lecture or conference. Here the lecture or conference approaches is well updated to convey specific information, rules, procedures or methods. So here ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪಿಪಿಟಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ವೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. The next one, the use of audio, visual or demonstrations can often make a formal classroom presentation more interesting and help in clarifying the difficult points. So here ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆಡಿಯೋ ವಿಜುವಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಪಿಪಿಟಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಇಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫೈಸ್ ದ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫೈಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದೇ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೇಕ್ clarifies the specific information related to rules and regulations, procedures and methods. So everything are going to be conveyed to a new training persons, and along with this thing, so the video, audio visual classes presentations can be taken places. So in these cases, so when we provide those things, so it helps to clarifies the their doubts in the class sessions. The next one, second one, films. Yes, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ತರ ಆಫ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ and those cases that are not easily represented by other techniques. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅವ್ರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಶುರುವಾಯ್ತು, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು. If used during with conference method, it becomes more effective. Yes, though ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಬದಲು when we does the films of showing the some technical easy presentations in conferences ಅಥವಾ classroom lecturing ಅಲ್ಲಿ it will be more attractive and more effective. The next one, case study taken from actual experiences of a organization. So then before going to that, what is case study? Case study is nothing but the some cases which are going to be faced in the organization. Emergency situations ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್. ಈ ತರ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So here case represents an accurate figures of real life problems that managers have faced. Yes, managers ಗಳು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಆಗಿ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಆ ಒಂದು ರಿಯಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So those cases are going to be provided to a trainee. So trainees study the cases to determine problems and analyze the causes, develop alternative solutions, select the best alternative and implement it. So here those are real life problems are going to be taken from the trainees and they are going to be studied the problems and determine the problems and analyze the causes and the riskiness in analysis ಮಾಡಿ they used to develop the alternatives basis. Andre different methods are going to be developed and those are alternatives are going to be selected and it is going to be implemented. So that is called as a case study. Case study ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. The next one, computer modeling. What is computer modeling then? It stimulates the work environment by programming a computer to intimate some some of realities of the job and allows taking the experience of real life situation without incurring high risk or costs. Yes, so here computer modeling. So here in the computer modeling they used to create the working environment by using the computer program. So it helps to gain the to real working nature in the organization. They used to create the real working nature in the organization and allows the training to take a real situation and without incurring ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಇಲ್ದಾನೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ವರ್ಕ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ by using computer programs. The next one, visual training. Yes, so here employees learn their jobs on the equipments they will be using, but the training is conducted away from the actual workflow. Yes, so here mainly ಇಲ್ಲಿ visual training ಅಲ್ಲಿ actual equipments and tools are going to be used in the training places, but they are going to be away from the working places. But what are the equipments or tools are going to be used in an organization? Those tools are going to be used in the visual training. The next one, actual work environment are created in the classrooms and employees use the some materials, files and equipments. So here in the visual training they used to create the actual working environment and create ಮಾಡಿ. It helps to make more familiar with the equipments and the materials, the files or equipments in the organization. So this study done when employees are required to handle sophisticated machinery and equipments. So ಈ visual training ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, sophisticated ಆಗಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಡೆಲಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋ machineries ಮತ್ತೆ equipments ಗಳನ್ನ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Yes, so again I'm speaking about off the job training method. Off the job training method means they will be going to be away from the working nature. So on that in the off the job training method we have 5 methods, that is classroom lecturing. Classroom lecturing means that is they used to be make a give information about the specific information about the rules and regulations, company procedures and the methods are going to be conveyed to all the candidates in the training, and along with that one they used to be while giving a presentation they are going to be give the information about the organization. The next one, the films. Here related, that is needed informations are going to be make a small videos. In that videos some informations will be provided, how the organization has been started and what is their main products, so how they are going to be how the works are going to be carried out. So those things are going to be informations will be provided for the purpose of to increase the skills and knowledge regarding the company information provide madadike the films are going to be made. The next one, case study. So in the case study is nothing but the real situation problem, the real life problems are which are faced from the manager. So those are going to be given to an employees or trainees to study. They used to be determine the causes and they used to find the solution for the causes. So those alternatives are going to be implemented in the working places. So this helps to trainees to learn the extra knowledge along with the different situations. The next one, computer modeling. So in the computer modeling means by using the computer programs, so implementing or creating a real life situation without incurring more cost or more times. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ವರ್ಕ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಈ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದು, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಮಾಡೆಲಿಂಗ್. The last one, vestibule training. Vestibule training means here actual working places are going to be created, that is to handle the sophisticated machinery and equipments. ಅಂದ್ರೆ machineries ಮತ್ತೆ equipments ಗಳನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ because there has to be more expertise, is it? They used to be familiar with the equipments. ಹೌದಾ? The best example, operation theater ಗೆ medical terms ಅಲ್ಲಿ operation theater ಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊ ಬಂದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ನೋ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ there should be enter to an operation theater. First they used to be observe with the what are the equipments are going to be used, when they are going to be used. So ಎಲ್ಲ operations ಗಳಿಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯೂಸಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಯಾವ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಯಾವದನ್ನ ಯೂಸಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಸೊ sophisticated machineries and equipments are going to be followed. So these are going to be discussed. That is very important. That is on the job training and off the job training. So it ends your staffing chapter. So ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ staffing chapter end ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಫಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್, ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್, ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಕೂಡ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಕಲಿತ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ 25 marks from the particular chapter. ಈ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇಂದನೇ 20 to 20 marks ಮೇಲೆ ಎಗೋ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕವರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.